All right, here with Aaron Hopkins. He's at unknown remote location on his phone, so we won't say where he's at. But
Just say parts unknown.
parts unknown. Yeah, you've been wanting that gimmick
Yeah.
for a long time, so you got it.
There you go. I
Um,
finally found the place and I moved there.
so AEW All Out was last night.
Yeah, I for some reason the Roku app on my phone was just kept spinning and wouldn't register anything. And then I thought, okay, well, let's go in through Roku because that's usually right. That's where I got the app at on TV. I usually just pay for it before, tune in on Roku on the app, and boom, I'm ready to go. This time I kind of screwed around and forgot about it and got home like at 5:45. Tried to jack with it, wouldn't take it on the Roku app. Tried to come up on my computer upstairs. I kept getting the little thinking graphic,
Oh,
like, okay, we're processing. Wouldn't take it. So I went back downstairs, and the Roku's got a thing where you can stick in a pin and buy it through their app, and boom, you're ready. It's like, okay. So I did it. It kept confirming it. Every time I tried to watch it, it'd say, try to here, pay $49.99 or whatever.
oof.
I'd get back to the thing where I'd put in my PIN number and say, oh, you've already bought this. Okay, then why don't you give me a link to watch it, asshole? I tried my app on my phone again and went through. So now I'm in the process of making sure Roku doesn't charge me double for the goddamn thing. So I basically ended up missing. I caught the last quarter maybe of the Private Party and Helico Evans match.
Okay, so
About an hour, almost an hour.
I did see everything you didn't.
Hmm.
The and I would say that the women's battle royal. I don't know if like sloppy's the word for it, but it was uh real loose. I mean, but battle royals suck, and I hope they kind of get off this stuff a little bit because I'm just most of the time I'm not a huge fan of them because I mean, what can you really do?
You had a bunch of indie people come in who don't work together for the most part. They may know each other's reputations, but they had what to that day to kind of plan anything for a battle royal.
Well, and how many indie shows are going to have 20 woman or man battle royals too?
Right.
They'd be bankrupt, right? So,
So I think it was just a matter of them not being as familiar with each other that they should be to plan an even passable battle royal. So I expected it to be crap. I just was kind of wanting to see who from the Indies showed up. So
I have a list if you want me to run down it real quick.
sure.
So they came down in all fives, and then the final person, got the
Oh,
lucky
like
joker
they're
or whatever.
that must be how they're going to go forward with their where they all draw cards.
Yeah, which is
Yeah,
it's fine. It's just yeah.
it's unique. Yeah,
So first five in, uh, Shalandra Royal, Leva Bates, Fabi Apache, Priscilla Kelly, and Nyla Rose. And
okay.
right off the bat, they let you know that Nyla Rose she's got to be the favorite to win this, and they really pumped her up. The only problem I have with
Right.
her is her ring gear looks like she got it from a thrift shop, and it's a low end thrift shop, my man. That's my only gripe with her, you know. Um, the second group of five, Penelope Ford, longtime Joey Janela valet, Shaza
Right.
McKenzie, Sadie Gibbs, Big Swole, and Britt Baker. And this group actually did, to me, the best stuff together. And then the next group of five, Tennille Dashwood, Eva Lise, B. Presley, Brandy Rhodes, and Awesome Kong. So I guess Brandy Rhodes and Awesome Kong are just tied at the hip at this point.
Yeah,
I don't know. Then
for the time being.
the last five, Allie, Nicole Savoy, Teal Piper, Roddy's daughter,
Righties. Yeah.
ODB, which,
Oh, cool.
yeah, that was shocking. I didn't expect that.
Yeah.
At Jazz, and then finally the 21st that came in by herself was old school worker Mercedes Martinez,
Oh,
who
okay.
has trained a bunch of girls, I think. So,
See that.
go ahead.
I'd see that'd be cool just to see who popped up. That's all. I liked ODB and I liked her gimmick in TNA, but I don't know how long it's been since she's actually wrestled.
I want to say she bartends in real life, so she's just
Right.
living it. Number of eliminations and I'll try to. The most eliminations was Nyla Rose by a ton. Awesome Kong
Right.
had 3. Britt Baker, I think, had 3, or B Presley had 3, but I don't know. The ones that they made look really strong looked to be Britt Baker, B Presley, and Nyla Rose. Obviously, they're just pushing to the moon at the moment, but it is what it is. And then later on, she would see who her opponent is. So we won't spoil that quite yet, but I think everyone knows by now if you're listening to this. You saw Private Party, Angelico and Jack Evans. It's good
Right.
spots there.
Yep.
That almost went 12 minutes.
Which is not bad.
So finishing moves, great. Both teams are great. I just hope Angelico and Jack Evans start getting some wins though, because they could quickly, with the way that tag division is, because it's a deep tag division. This company has that going for them. So, couple, 3 or 4 losses, and I don't know what you're going to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But storylines save that. So then we get into the main card, which started SoCal Uncensored, who are they're like AEW curtain jerking savants at this point. They actually won, which I thought they would, against Marco Stunt, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. And those guys just Luchasaurus, man, he's over, my friend.
He's gonna be a solo before too long, because Jungle Boy's look is good, and he's kind of a mid. I think he's a solid mid carder right now, at least as far as AEW is. Marco Stunt, I have no idea what they're going to do. Unless they're going to start a minis division, I really don't. He's pushing the believability. You can sometimes believe a smaller guy take out a bigger guy with the right story, but I really don't see somebody the size of a 14-year-old beating the shit out of somebody like Luchasaurus.
It would have to be like a mini Yano type thing, where he's always trying to figure out some way to beat you. Right. Nothing against him. He seems really skilled, but yeah, I get what you're saying. A lot of people are like, "Ooh, I don't know."
Yeah, the optics look really weird. Like, what the fuck is he doing there?
So I thought it was a good match, though.
Yeah, wasn't
bad. Then
there to get the crowd pumped up.
Yeah, and it did. Well, and Chicago's always great, man.
Oh yeah.
That if you could get Chicago crowds, my God,
you'll probably be okay.
And they're going to be back on Thanksgiving Eve? That'll be crazy, dude. That crowd will be bonkers. Then when you had text me that Pac and Omega already happened, and I go, that early? It was kind of surprising. Second match of the night, Pac defeating Kenny Omega by ref stoppage, and that was over 23 minutes. Your thoughts?
I like the way they started to build it, with them kind of screwing with each other and showboating a little bit,
Yeah.
Where Omega kind of stepped across his back instead of jumping over him in the usual running the ropes. They look like they were going to start building into that they really were going to fuck with each other and build it into something really intense. And I just thought the ending was kind of weird, kind of sudden,
Yeah. Well, do you think that the minor little, and it wasn't a botch, but when they were sweaty and they kind of slipped off, and it kind of ended up being a little sloppy at the end, do you think that hurt it a little bit?
Little bit, yeah.
Yeah, because he slid off his back at first, and then they kind of had to reset, and then it looked,
sudden.
Like,
we're going to do the best we can.
Yeah, oddly sudden. They crashed into the ring. What would that be considered? The barriers. They crashed into those non-stop. Yeah. Holy damn!
They hit those 2 or 3 times.
But the 450 was awesome. I thought it was a great match. It's just it missed a little bit, and I think the little bit of flub ups may have hurt it, but it was a great match.
Yeah, it was decent enough. Like I said, I was surprised it was so early in the pay-per-view.
But like you said, hopefully TV kind of stops from having no emotion involved because Pac just kind of is just there. And I don't, is he Pac or Pac into AEW? Because everyone.
Yeah, they kept calling him Pac. So I don't know if there was a difference. If there's a kind of a thing with Evolve or whoever he used to wrestle for under that name is like, come on, man, that's
Yeah, earlier today I just went to the store and I bought a 6-pack.
a 6-pack of Bial.
But I don't know. Can we right now say that I don't need Jim Ross in my life anymore, though?
I was kind of disappointed with him because it's like he kept pointing out the holes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is terrible. No, stop. You're not supposed to do that. You're the announcer.
Yeah. Kayfabe, dude.
Why isn't he pinning him? Why isn't he pinning?
Yeah.
Stop. They're telling a different story than you used to.
Yeah. And right here, the only reason I bring it up is like, oh, he's a bastard. Jim Ross. Yeah, he's a dumb bastard for not making the pin. And you're like, what?
Exactly.
What?
Exactly. Have you been drinking? Are you off your meds, Jim?
Is your sauce not selling well, so you're mad?
Really?
But yeah, stuff like that, it's grating. It is grating. Or then, like the Bryce Remsburg thing. They're like, oh, the Bryce Remsburg. He's like, oh, the Bryce Remsburg.
Maybe,
and you're like, what? Dude, Remsburg's been around forever, except for you've been drinking the Kool-Aid for so long. Like, yeah. But stuff like that, it's like, are you a judgy guy?
And it almost makes me think. It almost makes me think just now that they've got him playing the heel announcer, which number one, that's the terrible role for JR. Besides anything except WWE, if they did that with him briefly, I think like a nanosecond in WWE, trying to make him into an asshole. But it's like, dude, he's got so much knowledge. He calls matches so well. Why would you do that?
Yeah, just get Shivani in here immediately because he at least tried to put people over at all costs. You know what I mean? This guy's trying to.
He's like I said, he's pointing out where he thinks it's bad. Like that's not going to help get viewership, dude. What are you doing?
Do that afterwards, not during the damn thing.
Tell it to the goddamn wrestlers afterwards when the cameras are.
Yeah, but just throughout everything, he was just. And this next one, he was terrible. The Cracker Barrel Clash.
I got what the fuck typed in here. It's like Cracker Barrel. What the? Are we starting with endorsements already?
Yeah, because Cracker Barrel.
Has WWE ever been that crass?
Oh, I know, right?
Did they say this match is sponsored by whoever?
Susan B. Komen presents Hell in a Cell.
The titty twister match.
Yeah. Cancer's hell, and so is this match. But
loser gets cancer.
But can we agree that this match was goddamn awesome? Jimmy Havoc defeats Darby Allin and Joey Janela. 15 minutes.
Yeah. For I haven't seen a decent hardcore match in a while, and that's spots I hadn't seen before. Dumping the tacks into Jimmy Havoc's mouth and taping his mouth shut.
Well, the only time I remember that is I think the Young Bucks super kicked someone's tacks out of someone's mouth. I forget. It may have been Joey Ryan and Candice LeRae. I'm not sure back in PWG because I know people were like freaked out about that match. But Darby Allin's is like almost backwards senton where he just destroyed the barrel. That was cool.
Destroyed the barrel.
Yeah,
the coffin dropping.
God, the power bomb, the flip power bomb through the table. I kind of cringed.
Yeah, I did. That looked kind of awkward.
Yeah, and Darby sells so good. You almost you want to see the referee slide out and do that hand squeeze because and then it's all good. But you're like, oh my god, this match was awesome. But when they asked Jim Ross, like, these paper cuts, this is crazy. Look, they're paper cutting between his fingers and his mouth.
Yes.
And all Jim Ross is like, well, I never tried it. You're like, wow. You know what I mean?
Let's bring in the ring.
Why would he staple himself? What a dumb bastard. It's like, oh, ways to
I
demean the
did.
matches, Ross.
I didn't. I did the when Janela missed the moonsault outside of the ring on Jimmy Havoc.
Yeah.
Landing on his legs looked fucking brutal.
Yeah.
It looked
And
like ow.
Jim Ross, that was actually kind of, what the hell was he thinking?
Yeah. Well, he didn't intend to miss it, Jim.
Yeah, that's what I don't get. What are you talking
Yeah.
about? You only go for it when AKA the guy's going to catch you safely? I mean, god damn, these
Yeah.
guys are the nuttiest guys on the roster. They'll do whatever,
Mm-hmm.
whenever. So say it. Don't call him
Yeah.
dumb or what was he thinking or you know what I mean? I mean, it was awesome. That match was awesome for what it was.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at the end again, okay, last gripe I have. I'll try not to shit on Jim Ross too much. But when Janela was going to put the elbow on Havoc through the Cracker Barrel,
Right.
and Ross was like, well, Jimmy Havoc's holding the barrel.
Yeah, pointing that shit out. It's like we all see it, dude.
This has happened forever.
Yeah.
Forever.
Yeah.
Like, why don't you just say, oh, that guy caught the chair and he caught it on the smooth side so Rob Van Dam could kick him. Did you say that kind of shit?
Yeah. It's like we can see the springs, but we don't need you to grab them and shake them in front of us.
Yeah, the guys from South Park aren't producing this. They're not, just shitting on you guys. You know what I mean? But yeah, I just can't get over it. And I know he's in it for the long run. They're not gonna, but oh my God, I just don't remember this guy growing up being like this.
No.
But
No, like I said, this was just a poor attempt at being a heel announcer. It's just it's a bad version of it because you're definitely pointing out the strings. You're not saying he's okay. See, he's stupid for not taking the pin now. That's one thing, but pointing out that he's holding the barrel to set up a spot is that's beyond the pale. That's not heel. That's being an ass.
what if the camera isn't on them? And it shouldn't be. The camera shouldn't be on Jimmy Havoc until they're doing it. And then you got
Right.
the announcer pointing it out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. That just kind of pissed me off. But Jimmy Havoc wins. Awesome. Every guy in there, I don't think they lost anything out of that. Still all good.
I was like, holy sh! I was like amazed by the spots. The one I think we didn't cover was Darby Allin. I guess was a skater or tried to be a pro skater early on, and then became one. And then he had brought out the skateboard with the tacks glued on the bottom, and then did a grind on Joey Janela, basically.
Yeah, and they stuck.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
They showed it later. It's embedded in his back.
dude. By the way, that monkey flip on the chair monkey flip where he just
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's cool as shit, man. I like stuff like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
you know what you're gonna get. I mean, Jim Ross obviously hates it, but
well, guess what? You're gonna be seeing a lot of this because some of these guys got long-term contracts.
yeah, this is new school stuff. I mean,
So,
it's just
get over it.
it's just fun. But yeah, okay. So moving on, your favorite team, Dark Order, they defeated Best Friends.
Yeah,
13
I
minutes.
do. Like I said, there's some aspects I like of them. They making the seat so that Uno can sit down was I like that gimmick.
Yeah. Well, I liked the
but
Super Smash Brothers back in the day.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's
goofy.
weird.
They were
that this
goofy
isn't,
fun.
Like, but they said they couldn't use it because obviously Nintendo and stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you're running on the indies and shit. Well, I'm surprised Chikara never received a cease and desist, but
True. I guess they were just
they're probably under the radar.
Yeah, so low level they didn't have to worry about it. But you remember the pause button and stuff that they could use on people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
and they could still use that. It's just they'd have to figure a way around copyrighted things like controllers and shit.
yeah, I still love some of Chuck Taylor's moves. My God, his awful waffles and stuff like. He's still got some cool. I thought this match was good for what it was. It would have been a very good TV match, just maybe not a very good, pay-per-view match. But I think you predicted it. I think we both predicted who would go over here as Dark Order in 1340.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, because they being out of nowhere and having introduced them because everybody, you've got indie cred, uh, Beretta and Chuck Taylor.
yeah.
Um, Dark Order's like, okay, you're introducing them as new characters, so you got to get them over a little bit.
And at least Jim Ross let us know that Evil Uno is he's a wide load, he's a heavy load, he's a load. You know what I mean? He's just a big barrel of meat. And
Yeah, let's get Beer City Bruiser or what's his Rocky or Romero,
yeah,
Ace Romero, is that
Ace
his name?
Romero, yeah, Ace Romero.
Yeah, get him in there. Then have him shit talking. Those guys are amazing for as big as they are.
So sorry, but yeah, I thought it was good for what it was. Riho,
Yeah,
she defeats. Is it Hikaru Shida?
Hikaru Shida.
Yeah, and that means Riho, who is tiny, very tiny,
Mm-hmm.
will now go on to face Nyla Rose for the title, and she has beaten her before, so obviously there's
Oh yeah,
all kinds of foreshadowing that went into this.
she did that brutal knee drop off the top rope or something while she was hung up in the ropes that one time. That just looked horrible. It's like, you broke that little girl. What's wrong with you?
And is Nyla Rose the transition?
Yes.
It is. Okay,
Yes.
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So that could be good or bad, and that's on the very first show, October 2nd.
That's my wife was watching it with me, and she's like, "Man, they really don't have the women wrestlers. Really don't look that good." And I said, "Well, there's a reason for that." And this is Nyla when she came out to Nyla Rose came out to look at Rio and them after the match. It's like, yeah, there's a reason.
Yeah, and they said they basically leaked like Riho's only going to be there like once a month, so I doubt she's going to pull it off.
Yeah, they're not do much build up. Well, and it looks like they're pushing Nyla Rose anyway, so it's like she'll get a lot of TV time. Rio will come in and get kind of probably put on a decent match, but it's probably in the end she'll get destroyed.
Yeah, so that was match 7. So final 3 matches. We start with Cody, who defeated Sean Spears in 16-20. They had big entrances.
Yep.
Cody, it was weird. What was it? He had to choose between Diamond Dallas Page, his wife and his dog, or MJF.
Yeah. It's like, which one's going to be at the ring? Because I'm only going to allow one. Okay, that's a first.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually first in wrestling in general, because usually it's like, yeah, there's 15 people out here, but that could never work to your disadvantage. So I'm going to allow them all to stand around the ring.
Yeah. So he chooses MJF. MJF he's awesome, isn't he? He's just
Yes.
he
Some of the stuff I see of him online too cracks me up.
So Cody chooses him. Sean Spears. I like how the match started. He just dives right after him, and then he hits Tully, man.
Yes. He's like, fuck this. I'm Tom pissed and I'm tired. I'm going to shut your mouth now. But to preface the whole thing, what the hell was with Spears' white contacts?
I don't know. I don't think they just said because he's cold blooded, because he hit him with the chair, and that's all
he beat up Glacier.
He took Glacier.
Took his eye contacts.
Yeah, I thought that was a little overboard though. The contact, it looks cool, but it's a little like, it looks like, dude, you shop at Hot Topic too, dude. Cool.
Yeah. But and then the other thing was the Cody's side. Her dressed as 7 and 9 from Star Trek, and then DDP and MJF coming out in Star Trek themed uniforms, and then finally Cody. It's like, what was that?
I don't know what the fuck that was.
I don't know what the tie-in is. I didn't get it.
Yeah, I don't know what it was. I didn't get that either. Yeah, I was thinking that too. Like, is there some movie coming out?
Well,
is Cracker
and the dog
showing it?
Really? I didn't get into what the dog was there for either.
Well, the dog was there to shit itself when the pyro went off.
No shit. I saw him. The DDP was like, hold it.
Yeah, well, I guess they sell like plushes of his dog. He's monetized his dog.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. So, yeah, but that dog wanted nothing to do to be out there.
I was hoping we get the History's next Kennel in a Cell match.
Oh no, we don't need that
or
again.
hell in a kennel. That's what
Yeah, it was.
it is.
We never. Did you like what you ate, Al Snow? That was pepper. It was pepper. No, no, we never need to live that again. But
No.
they brawled. This match was so old school to me, man. But in a good
Yes.
way. This was like WCW done right. This match right here, it had
Yeah.
just just the right amount of shenanigans, you know.
Yes.
And then
Yeah.
like you said off the air, the Arn Anderson thing was actually cool as hell, man. I didn't expect it,
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh hell no! I thought he was still employed by WWE.
oh, I knew he wasn't. I knew he was going to work there as soon as possible, but I just didn't think he
Yeah.
would ever, because he's going to follow Dean Malenko because Dean Malenko's already there.
Yeah. See, and another thing we had you heard that he was officially diagnosed with Parkinson's?
Who?
Malenko.
Oh, is he? Oh, okay, that's sad.
Yeah, I just read that like yesterday.
Okay,
So that's a shame, but I guess he's in early stages. So
but dude, and Sean Spears after Arn Anderson's portly ass rolled off of him. Really sold the hell out of it. But man, that Spinebuster's awesome.
He's always had a good one.
Yeah, it's awesome. So that was cool. And
It's,
then Tully Blanchard.
this,
I didn't think I would be into Tully Blanchard, but dude, that might work. Blanchard and
yeah,
Spears might work. Because
Blanchard
Blanchard's just old
he's
school is good.
he's good as an asshole. He's always come off as an asshle,
Yeah.
and he sold that.
Yeah, and he just follows Arn
Without
to the
doing
back
much.
like, what?
What are you doing?
What are you doing, man? So that was cool as hell.
I thought it was a lot of good back and forth. Spears doing that running DVD onto the ramp.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, that looked horrible.
Yeah. And then, yeah, there was so much going on. I can't believe Cody's had the string of really good stuff, but
Yeah.
he's getting stories too.
Yes.
And
Yes.
once everyone can get stories, obviously, sky's the limit
Yeah,
for
I
a
think
lot of these
everything will
guys.
improve.
But he's been
And if they
getting the
can
stories.
if they can interweave them, because the one thing that's always irritated me is like the mid card guys are always going to fight the mid card guys. I think if you got all these wrestlers, somebody's going to try to take an opportunity and take a hit on the big, the champion or a contender or something. They need to be interweaved. Some of the stories need to be linked together too, and not just. I mean, a good start is tag teaming a mid card with the upper card guy against another upper mid card, guy.
Absolutely.
But
Just a little bit of a,
they seem to isolate them a lot in WWE.
oh, definitely. You know where you're at. You know where you stand. And
Yes,
yeah, all you need
you're not
is
getting.
just let's go up a ladder a little bit, and work your way. I think AEW will be very good at that. I think you'll see a lot of guys
Yeah,
fly up and
I
down, and that's
think
the way it should be.
one of the biggest ones I ever popped for was back in the day. Triple H had to defend the title or something, and he was in control, and he thought, okay, well, I'll pick my opponent, and he gets Taka Michinoku out, and it's very okay. It's Taka. He's a mid card guy. He gets beat all the time, whatever. They let Taka come really close, like 3 times, to looking like he was going to beat Triple H, and the crowd was fucking berserk.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Holy shit, holy shit!" And Taka was pulling out his best stuff, and you all know he was an awesome wrestler. But it's like that kind of tension they need to build once in a while. It's like, holy shit, he could upset everything. This could be great, where Triple H doesn't take him as seriously. But of course, Triple H turns around and waffles him with a chair and humiliates him and all that shit in the end. But it made for a better match on TV, actually, to make it look like it was anything can happen.
I would say R-Truth and Cena not too long ago. I mean, a few years back they did that.
Mm-hmm.
And, R-Truth being this comedy guy magically came and, was a threat. And they did that okay. But it's few and far between for them. So
it is.
But
and they could it needs to be. If you do it too much, it loses its impact. But if it's like every once in a while you throw a little suspect thing in there where you're like, oh, wait a minute, this could change everything. It's good for keeping people interested.
So Cody ends up winning, does his little few moves of view. and gets the win. I didn't think he was going to win, actually. So
Yeah. Oh, well, I thought they were going to try to elevate Spears a bit, but
they still
it's, I
can, I
mean,
think,
still
with this.
white. And then the match he put on helped do that, I think, even though he lost.
And I didn't think the crowd would hate that dude so much, but my God, they hated that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because, I
yeah,
mean, I thought it'd be more like, who cares? But they cared, man. Holy hell.
yeah.
Um,
Which surprised me because, like I said, the Ty Dillinger gimmick in WWE, just like whatever, okay.
just to backtrack real quick, and I forgot to mention it, but after the Dark Order Best Friends match, did you not love that Orange Cassidy shit? Because I loved it. I ate that. I smiled and everything. I thought it was just awesome. Because I didn't
Yeah,
expect that either. I mean, I know he knew Chuck Taylor from the Chikara days, but
right.
man, that's just awesome, man. Hands in
Yeah,
pockets, you know.
yep.
Uh,
I know Jim Cornette hates him for that shit, but it's like, dude, it's a different day. You get over differently now.
yeah, I think it's awesome. It's different. I mean, how do you not?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I saw that one GIF of WWE guys. You know, they had a bunch of long-haired brown, long brown-haired rip guys, and it was like everybody, and they're like, "Oh,
Mhm.
does Vince have a type?" you know.
Yeah, just a little.
So I think it's all, and he's a hell of a wrestler, dude. Kip ups
Yeah.
with hands in pockets, he
Oh shit, yeah. That takes practice. That takes, and he did. It looks so smooth.
and not to break kayfabe, but when he's wrestling as one of the ants in Chikara or whatever, he totally
Mhm.
different, and he's good with that too. So it's I don't know, just he deserves the spots. He's cool as hell. And I like the getting on the bottom rope and doing the thumbs up. That's just I don't know. I ate it up. I thought it was awesome because I just didn't know who it would be.
Right.
So, no, I loved it. But yeah, so Cody over Spears, I think both are fine, and that's what AEW is
Oh
going to
yeah.
thrive at, and
Yes.
that'll be cool as hell. Um, Lucha
The one thing
Brothers.
I did,
Go ahead.
well, the one thing I did wonder about too is like, okay, Cody does the Van Daminator type disaster kick. Throws in the chair, jumps up, disaster kicks him, boom.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything about this being like a street fight or no rules or whatever. And
I
there was
didn't
a
like
lot of
that
times
either. Yeah,
there's a lot of times spent out of the ring and the referee didn't make a peep
I know.
till it became a story point where he did the
Yeah,
count out on Cody.
yeah, not very consistent because as we'll talk about the Jericho
No,
page, she was trying to like restore order a little bit more than Was it Hebner? Hebner
right.
was that match? Maybe I don't know.
And Hebner, and then they made a showing of Hebner being like an authority figure by getting in Spears' face and yelling at him and
Yeah,
pointing at him and shit. Spears is like, all right, all right, all right.
but
It's like,
but Cody can use a
when is he
chair.
an authority figure and when is he not? What's the rules for one
He hates heels.
thing?
But
Yeah, so
this
he has to become one.
this crazy match right here, Lucha Brothers defeated Young Bucks. My God, 21
Wow.
minutes. I'll be
Yeah.
honest, like just because they went to the well with this so much, I wasn't all that looking. You know, it's going to be great, but I mean, I wasn't. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? I don't want to see a match because I watched the AAA. I don't know. I guess
Yeah.
a little oversaturated for me. But my God, dude.
I keep thinking I'm going to see the same spots over and over again. Here comes this, and
And
then
you
here comes
don't.
that, and you don't.
That sling blade, I mean, we could talk all day about the spots, but the
Yes.
sling blade off the
Yes.
ladder, just, and the couple of botches that just, I hope they're all right, and if they're all right, then it worked. But the Nick Jackson missing, getting his ankle caught at the rope
Yes,
where he
on the
like
rope.
went through that.
Oh,
And
it
then
kind of whips him down in the table.
when he shoved him off the ladder with one hand to cover his face with the other, that wasn't
Hmm.
done right.
Yes.
But
And Pentagram's mask came off like twice.
yeah,
Or well, it came off the one time from Matt, but I know he got got it ripped off by Moxley a couple weeks ago.
oh really? Okay.
Yeah, there was an indie match somewhere. It was taped, obviously, but it wasn't advertised anywhere, I don't think, but I
Well,
saw it a couple times.
I'm just hoping that they're not trying to have like some mask versus hair in like AAA eventually, kind of
Yeah,
deal.
maybe.
Because it felt like that. Because that's how AAA would do it. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? They'd have the long haired dude rip off your mask and go, "Oh, you know what we're gonna do? Essay, or do you have the huevos to put your hair on? Whatever." But
hmm
wow, awesome match. But it just AAA titles, leave that out. Can we leave that out finally? Let's just
Well, I
get rid
think
of.
they will once
Yeah,
they get their tag things up and going, but they're still building to the tournament.
yeah, and then afterwards, LAX. That was pretty cool. But man, talk about vultures.
Yeah.
It's just you go through this match and it's like, hey, you ready to take some more bumps, baby?
Yeah.
So LAX, they debut. Man, tag division, man. I haven't been like for years. I haven't cared about tag team wrestling, but it's pretty cool now. So
Yeah.
I'll give it that.
Yeah. They've got enough, and they got enough to draw from. And
But they
like I
were the
said,
smart ones
when
because
they're going to put the stories and when they put the stories in there and build it up, I think it's going to be fucking awesome.
you got Gallows and Anderson who might as well just shit on their own legacy, but they can live in their mansion. And you got
Yeah.
LAX that goes, have you looked at what tag team wrestling is over there? No thanks. You know what I mean? So you have
hmm
that dynamic. So good for LAX, like if you actually, want to build, you want to be proud of your work, go to AEW. Don't
Yeah.
don't whatever the hell WWE's tag scene is. It's
And if
just
and if you want to
garbage.
have some input,
Yeah, complete garbage, dude. So, but yeah,
yeah, they have the revival, and they've pretty much wasted them.
well, yeah. And I don't want to get into, shaving backs and making them, just embarrassing them because they don't want to sign long term. And, that's just
Right.
petty. But there is going to get way more petty now. Come
Oh yeah.
October, it's going to get petty. But, and then unfortunately, after these, we've seen Pac Omega, uh, Cracker Barrel Clash. We've seen that Cody and Spears, I think, did better than they were supposed to. This ladder match was insane. And then we come to the main event. And I did see Meltzer tweet, unless this is one of Jericho's best matches ever and Adam Page is best match ever, it is not even going to come close
No.
to the ladder match. And it didn't for me. It really didn't. This
It was.
was
I mean, it was fine. It wasn't spectacular, which you know.
26 minutes 25 seconds, and it felt like that to me. It felt did it not, was it not slow and plodding for a bit, like especially with the Jericho blade job. I think it
Yeah.
really slowed down the match there, like to a
It
halt
kind
in a
of
way.
it kind of put me in the mind of when I used to watch WCW pay-per-views where you'd have a Ray and Eddie go at it, and then you get a Hogan,
Hogan
I don't
Piper,
know, Hogan Piper or something, where it'd be like, uh, on paper you should be excited about it, but
yeah,
you you preface it with something that really got people's blood pumping, and then you put a cool down match as the main event. It's like,
yeah. That's what
you know,
yeah, and for some reason I was like, man, they're really going to turn it up and
yeah.
it didn't happen for me. If you enjoyed it, cool. It was fine. I'm just saying,
hmm
wow, to put that ladder match right
Yeah,
to,
and I think
ooh,
they're gonna have to do like a post mortem on this stuff because the last one they had the Bucks Lucha Brothers as the last one,
yeah.
and then they were gonna do some kind of promo, and then they pretty much
Oh, yep.
pinched their promo off to have the little
The
Kenny Omega come out there and do a little
the charity thing.
bit, and it's like, why did you? Okay, couldn't you? You've got all the time in the world. Why don't you? You aren't beholden to like a cable company per se, I guess. Is this even going out on cable at all?
DirecTV
I
had it.
thought it was all. DirecTV. So
Yeah,
that might be why, but
yeah, I'm sure they were time
because
crunched because this felt like they did the timing exactly right on
right,
this because Jericho, they said, Jericho's the best ever. He's the first champ, and then he smiles, turns around, and that's it. So they
yeah,
had their time queued down. This was vintage, man. But Jericho defeats
oh
Adam
yeah,
Page, becomes the first champ. I thought it would happen, and it did. They're trying to go. I mean, I know that was Tony Khan's one of his favorite wrestlers growing up, and
right.
I
And
don't know.
I can see it. I can see it. I guess they're trying. The WCW model was get some of the guys that people gave a shit about, hire them, put them front and center. And I can
It
see them wanting to do that to a degree, but they can't. Hopefully, they're not going to depend on that.
Well, I mean, Kenny Omega by far. Well, maybe not by far, but he is their best wrestler, so they're gonna have to either.
Right.
But I don't. I thought his best work was heel, so I don't know what they're gonna do there. But
Yeah.
whatever. Who knows? But so overall, what'd you say you gave it out of 5?
I got a 3.5 to 3.25. There was some stuff was kind of wonky. And I didn't even see
The
the
pre-show
pre-show
stuff.
stuff,
Yeah.
so that didn't really color it a lot. But some, like I said, the Dark Order Best Friends match was passable. Something like I said, it was a good TV match. It was a really good TV match. That made me go, holy shit, what are they going to do on pay-per-view? But
Yep.
this one was on pay-per-view, so I was like, nah, okay. Um, the Spears, the Spears Cody match was good. Um,
I think everything was good. There was
it was
one
all
that was
good. It was,
great.
yeah, nothing was truly horrible for what it was.
I mean, if that
Um,
if that Lucha Brothers Young Bucks match was one of their first matches, it would easily be great. But I just
yeah,
think they maybe have done it too much.
yeah. I don't know where they can go after this, especially since they didn't put any kind of a, hey, you guys want to get on ladders and do this? It's like there was no stakes
Yeah.
really.
Uh,
Besides the AAA championships, I don't even know. Wasn't even aware that if those were on the line.
yeah, I guess they were. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but they never made that the point. It was all about the ladders.
Yep. After the show, Pac challenged Adam Page. Not real sure why,
So,
since Pac won and Page didn't. But I guess they're gonna go to that storyline. They never, wanted to do it first.
yeah, especially since they had to kind of, like I said, the Pac Omega thing was good till they were doing building to that a little bit till Pac's problems, whatever they happen to be. I've heard three different things,
And you said his
but
leg injury is bad. They said you could see muscle.
that's what for was it Pac?
Yeah.
See now my memory's shot. I don't remember who it was, but I saw something where I saw flesh and under skin. I was like,
Yeah,
ugh.
that was him. Yeah, they
So
said you should see the white meat, the white muscle, and everything. It's like,
wow,
oh, hey.
huh? Must not have been that bad.
So I would say another good show, but now we're on
Yeah.
TV. So
Yep. TV's next, and I don't know. Are they going to do the? I'm not sure what the next event is going to be
November,
as far
that
as
Full Gear pay-per-view.
right. But if are they going to do like they did with Fighter Fest and Fight for the Fallen?
Oh no, this is full on pay-per-view, my friend.
But I mean, they're not going to have, but they're not going to have many events in between. I guess TV's going to take up that space.
I would hope so. Yeah, yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Hard to follow. Any
Yeah.
other tidbits outside of you said
No.
they haven't on you said something about John Morrison and his wife. They've been on Being the Elite. They might be signed or might have a little. That would be an all right
Yeah.
get. Are you a John Morrison guy? Or he's really good, but
He is.
I can't. His gimmicks has
He is.
never
He
really
always.
been awesome.
Nah. Well, I mean, and I imagine that's what he's going to carry. His will be the I'm good and I've got a parkour edge. So my acrobatics
Johnny
are
Elite.
Johnny Elite or Johnny Dynamite or whatever they end up calling him.
No, true.
But I think he's under contract for a while.
Oh well,
So I don't know that he'll be showing up.
maybe because all of them live in Southern California, they can get together and do some videos.
Yeah, and it depends on what if Impact wants to wheeze off AEW's shine a little bit. Yeah, we'll loan him to you for this, just like they did with some of the girls at the Battle Royal. You know,
Impact should try to get an agreement with AEW immediately. I mean, I don't.
they should.
They're. I
They
don't
should.
know. I
They're
don't know
not
where
doing
their
too great.
money's.
I'm not.
No, go ahead.
What? What channel are they on? Because I really don't know.
I mean, on DirecTV, it's something. I mean, it's I think I have to have the sports package to get it, which I do.
Hmm.
But it's something. Like I said, I've watched it once in like the last 6 months. I just don't. Uh, and it's on like 9 to 11 on Friday nights. It's some bizarre channel. And when I watched it, it wasn't half bad. I mean, but it's still like Brian Cage, and it's not bad. It just seems like their roster's not like real huge, so they feud with each other for like 6 months at a time. You know what I mean? I saw that their next show is going to be Moose versus Ken Shamrock. So I mean, if you get excited for that, good for you. But
Let's see here. I don't. I'm looking. Fight Network, Game TV, Sony ESPN. Looks like Twitch is their main thing.
yeah, if you're gonna watch Impact, watch it on Twitch. I mean, everyone says that. Just watch it on Twitch, and
Yeah.
they should have some backlogs of it too. So,
Right.
but yeah, it just exists, but it's not as bad as it used to be. It just exists. It's all good.
Yeah, I don't see any channels that I recognize and definitely aren't that are not on
Yeah,
my
DirecTV,
Google network.
it's obscure on DirecTV at least. It's very obscure. But they are
Hmm.
like they do hunting shows, and they're like tucked between like hunting shows and infomercials and yeah,
Nobody gonna see it that way.
Bobby Lashley yoga, stuff like that. So yeah.
Oh, gotta rise out of
Yeah,
bed.
yeah, we finally heard from Badger on the show. So, we will, especially if we record online like this. I'm sure
Yeah,
me and Aaron probably definitely uh, be up your ass more come October because we
yeah.
can.
Once there's a steady thing, because like the WWE's, eh,
I'm over
I
it.
keep
I'm
waiting.
just over.
Well, I check to see if there's something interesting online to watch it. I always record it just so I can go back and watch it if there's something cool. But so far, I've not heard anything super cool. So
Yeah, I'm caught up on it even, and I don't know. Sami Zayn being the manager of Nakamura is kind of all right because I like both dudes, but I mean
mhm.
they both should never resign and they need out. But whatever, do what you do.
Yeah,
Do what you do.
yeah. Depends on if they want to, if they just want to coast and make money and be on TV, and that's good enough for them. That's go for it, dude. But I'd
And
rather be
and,
remembered.
and Bobby Lashley's off TV right now, so
Oh, really?
yeah,
Is he
so
hurt?
yeah, he's hurt. Who knows what Badger and him did. So
Like I said, man, dial it back.
cosplay.